I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
We asked Saskatchewan what they know about 5G.
More speed, more innovation.
It's going to make our lives a whole heck of a lot easier.
This is what 5G looks like.
Better, faster.
Sounds like one more G. Sounds pretty good.
I don't know what it means.
All you really need to know is the future of 5G is here and will continue improving through investments in network technology.
And a very pleasant good evening, curling fans, and welcome to the Martensville Curling Center. It's the Curling Stadium Martensville Invitational. This is the C event qualifier here now between Ashley Thevenot and Jolene Campbell. It is Campbell throwing the Redstones with the hammer here in the first end, Thevenot with the yellow. I'm Dave Schmel, and I'm joined by Terry Corbin. Welcome back, partner.
And it's nice to be back. Had to take a draw off so that I could run to the Brantford Bulldogs OHL hockey game, and after a shootout win, we're back in the chair.
Very happy to have you and happy to have everybody who's joining us right now. It's been a big day of curling thus far today. And only going to get better as we come on into the night and into the morning. It's 10:30 in the east, 8:30 in Martensville. We're wired up and ready to go.
We sure are. It's worth mentioning there that our other C qualifier has Mar Ginglot against Nancy Martin. Just 2 sheets over. We'll be keeping an eye on that game as well.
Yeah, it was Martin dropping a game in our feature last draw. They just weren't able to really put together draw weight, and that was the killer.
Seems to be a rather common theme this weekend. Teams struggling with draw weight.
Yeah, not something you'd totally expect from teams at this level.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we saw, this afternoon there, just couldn't get the rocks in the right places to generate a whole lot. And then we had a couple of ends where out of nowhere came a 3. So let's hope that we can have a lot of action here and have a good game. As you mentioned, Campbell's got the hammer, and Thevenot's got her center line guard set up, and she's going to come down, and you're not going to be able to get a second shot there by the looks of it. It's close.
And now Campbell's going to come right on in here and start to do some housekeeping.
Yep.
Keeping things clean here in the open in the early going. Now we see they're playing 3 here. We'll try to figure out exactly which 3 for you. We know it's Campbell. It's just a matter of who threw this rock and who's brushing the other. And they all have more hair than us.
That's right, eh?
But look at that.
Nice shot.
You went 1, 2, and 3 onto the back, and you lie. Shot stone and second, possibly. Say smart things, Terry.
Yeah, here's a replay. Back to you.
Why, thank you, Terry. Here's the stone coming down for the Thevenot squad. On that one, and they lie 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, nice roll there. Now she doesn't obviously have the hammer, but she is sitting 3, and the Campbell rink's gonna take a go at this hit and roll. I would think for the most part, when you're playing with 3, I like to think it has its advantages in that you're throwing 3 rocks, and if you've got draw weight, it can be a huge advantage, but you lose the advantage when it comes to the sweeping at times. This looks like it might go over the top.
1, and it does slide over the top, and it's going to slide all the way to the back 12 foot.
Campbell's going to ignore
Thevenot,
sorry. Yeah, she's going to ignore that. And going to go back over to the corner. Might be a little surprised that she doesn't get talked out of this, not having the hammer. Or maybe she's called to the guard. I didn't see.
Yeah, it looks like this is much more of a center guard type of broom.
Somewhat risky, I guess, leaving that red one there, but she's gonna try and force the issue a little bit here. This looks a little warm.
Stone delivered by Brittany Tran. It's at the 12. Do I hear 8? Do I hear 4? Do I hear back 4?
You do.
Sold for 1, 2, and 3.
Nothing wrong with your hearing.
Now, if you give them a good thwack, and that's a technical term, do they all go?
Might be a little difficult for them all to go.
Well, we have a thwack upcoming.
Yep, you have to hit this on the high side.
Coming on down
and
into the ring.
Yeah, she hits it
high.
Got
1, 2, and get the other one going. You got them all moving. That's a great effort right there.
Yeah, very well done.
That was Erickson, so we know she's here.
She's here, yeah.
Check.
Yeah, that's right. And it's a good thing she's the youngest one of the bunch, so let the young ones do the sweeping, I guess.
And it is Demons throwing lead, so we must be losing Ackland. Thank you, Danny Moore, coming in there in the chat.
Very helpful, yes.
And that's the kind of interaction we like. We're here to serve. We aim to please, and sometimes we miss.
Now, by leaving that red one or ignoring that red one, and now with a hit and roll out, um, Team Campbell gets to play a takeout and sit two.
And they do. And as we would say, playing billiards, there's a lot of green between those two.
Oh, yeah. That's why I was a little surprised that Thevenot ignored that rock in the back 12, especially in the first end.
So we'll be Ashley Thevenot from Saskatoon. She's going to look to make this hit and roll as far over as she can and still stay in the rings.
Yeah, I would think so.
Going to have to throw this at a pretty smart clip.
A little warm, they're saying.
It's on its way. Needs to come over just a skosh. And it's going to be right on the beak.
Yeah.
So opportunity for Campbell to hit and keep the big old split there.
Yeah, she would really be okay with a nose hit here. It does put the one rock higher, obviously, and increases the likelihood of getting a good roll, but I'm willing to give her that. Do you think there is any advantage, Dave, when you're playing with three?
Well, I think having the feel is better because you do get to get the three there as a shooter. I know though, as a skip, it makes me really try to nail those draws a lot more because you feel like you have to get it there yourself because you don't have two brushers.
Yeah, I never liked playing with three. I mean, I think you're absolutely right. As far as feel and touch, yeah, three can be a huge advantage, but at the same time, I put such a premium on sweeping. I like the two sweepers. Now, because of that roll that Campbell just got, she's kind of forced Ashley into playing the other side of the sheet here.
Yeah, it's about as maximum distance as you could ever have.
Mm-hmm.
So here's a stone from Ashley Thevenot. First time down this line.
Yeah, they're really trying to make this curl.
Needs a curl. It's going to get
a piece,
piece of it. And you're going to roll out. So it will be a free draw for two for Jolene Campbell.
And this deuce was really all set up by, ignoring that red rock in the back of the 12 by Ashley. And she's going to pay the price for that.
So Demon's there, the single sweeper on the brush.
Yeah, in-turn draw for paint for two.
I like her chances, Terry.
I'm kind of with you there, but she's saying it's hot out of her hand.
Final stone of end number one. Just needs paint. Gotta hang around for paint. And it's gonna grind.
Yep.
Does it hang on? Did I successfully jinx it?
No, you did not.
No, I did not. And somehow the deuce is good. And it's a 2-0 lead for Campbell after one end of play. We'll be back from Martensville right after this.
Don't forget the brooms.
Yep, you got it.
Come on. Okay, well, what do you got? You got one, you got two, you got...
Just one more throw, please.
You make moments like these possible.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's Ice Pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best broom in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
Saskatchewan, you know SaskTel because we're everywhere. Because being everywhere keeps us connected to you. With SaskTel sponsorships, we get to be part of your community. We're here with you, and we're here for you. It's easy to get started. All you need to do is apply. SaskTel cares. Always has, always will. To apply for sponsorship, visit sastel.com/sponsorships.
And we're back here at the second end from Martensville. It's the Curling Stadium Martensville Invitational. Dave Schmel with Terry Corbin. And we have Connor and Cailey running the production here right now. It was a deuce that kind of came a little unexpectedly there, Terry.
Yeah, unfortunately, Ashley decided to ignore a rock in the back 12 in the first end there and grouped her rocks together. And next thing you know, there's a free draw for a deuce.
Which she did make despite my best efforts.
That's right.
I don't try to jinx him. It just, God, it's been happening a lot lately.
Yes, it has.
So that one comes right to the forefoot. And now here's Skinner.
I'm not sure what happened. I just lost my feed.
Okay, so we'll see you in a moment, buddy.
Looks like it's back. There it is. Yes, we're good now.
There you go.
So now Ashley Thevenot has an opportunity to play an end with the hammer. Let's see what she can do. She's certainly thrown up a corner guard as per status quo from watching her earlier in the day.
Does certainly always seems to like to put that one corner guard there and been drawing under it an awful lot. Hasn't really went double corner a whole bunch.
Now they're just playing it they'd like a tight guard here. With a good finish, it'll get to the center line and cover that. Not quite, though. So many teams here would try and play, quiet weight, hit and roll. I really like this call that she's going to engage in here. I think it's so much, well, again, I'm going to jinx myself. It's so much easier, I think, to play the straight draw and get it behind cover than it is to try and hit and roll. And then with that rock on the center line, you can't be tight. So this is a good call in my opinion.
coming right on under. Pass that guard without a problem. Finish it on over. And you get a good piece of the 12 there. Pretty well buried.
Yeah. She didn't let me down.
Now, Campbell's going to stay with the pressure here and put the guard back. Or another guard.
Yeah, she's not going to get drawn into that rock over there on the wings that is behind the guard. This is almost directly in line with the one she just threw.
Good shot by Demons there.
Yeah, I think she would have liked that a little tighter.
Yeah, there is a little bit of the shot stone exposed, but it's going to be tough to keep the shooter there. But they are going to take it on.
Yep. And you know, Dave, we saw this a lot in our afternoon game where these guards, I mean, when they're high, like you can come around them and remove a shot that's in the house and buried.
So here's Stremick with a big positive ad there. Passed the first one easily.
Yeah.
And passed the second one. That looks pretty
too.
darn good. And you roll it right underneath. That is well thrown indeed.
Yeah, good choice of weights selection here. Gets half a rock, gets the roll. Well thrown, good call, good sweeping.
What a fantastic shot that was. Now, got to bail out here. Looking to run it back and make some noise. On the one, push it back. No, just over the top.
Yeah, it's probably the worst outcome that she could have had by leaving that red one there too. I think she's just going to throw a corner guard up again, replace the one that was just removed.
Sounds like a good strategy there, Cotton.
Yeah. Just not a lot of ice. It doesn't seem to, curl real hard off the line, which is somewhat unusual. In most of the places that I play at, going inside out, it'll curl, and it's the outside in that has a little trouble curling unless the ice maker is dishing the ice.
Well, 4 draws today now with obviously a scrape in between, but these are pretty quick scrapes, so it's possible the outside starting to get up just a little bit.
She's going to do a rinse and repeat here.
Or as I like to say, a shampoo shot.
Yes.
We get that one. Now we're going to clear it and almost put it back. So still just not quite firing on every cylinder there.
Yeah, this is where, you can get quite creative. You could try and tap that yellow one in behind the red one and roll over and guard. But, I think at this stage of the game, because that it would be a tough draw through the port there, replacing the guard is likely kind of your best option of shots right now. They could also throw that out turn, come around as well, but I think she knows that Campbell would take a run at that double.
And down it comes. This is going to be a little tight, and we might get that little cutesy little shot that you were talking about. And you just sneak it onto the rings and leave them all kind of lined up there.
Mm-hmm. Well, she's getting ambitious here.
So what's the recipe for success, Terry?
I mean, I'm just, I guess, just looking at it, I'm wondering if that yellow that she's going to hit, if she drives it into the yellow that's closest to the center line, whether it would actually remove the yellow and spin with it. I think that would be your best outcome, and she's thrown some weight. This is
over curl. We're going to get 1, 2, and 3 the other way, and out the back it goes. Does it get all the way out? Almost, but you still moved a lot of granite there.
Yeah, she still sits 3 though, and throwing.
Wow, how'd that one ever stay on the right as we're looking at it?
Yeah,
I thought that was a goner. I was completely looking at the other one.
Yeah. She basically, just didn't hit enough of that. So now she's going to try and throw one in and around the center guard, and ideally she'll be, full 4.
And lying 4.
And lying 4. And this is where lying is good. Looks pretty good. Now, will she try and sit on it? Yeah.
Might be your best option right now to cut all those other guys out.
Yeah, I mean, that roll off the one on the 12-foot, tough shot, but at the same time, you do have some leeway here in terms of the roll.
So that is what she is going to choose to take on. Well, Jolene Campbell. And this is a pretty big ask.
Yeah.
Because if you ever don't make this, you're giving Thevenot a chance to throw a better one.
Mm-hmm.
The first one wasn't bad.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. So in turn hit. Open for a roll.
On the way from Campbell. Working it hard to hold it. Gonna have to get a roll, and you're gonna come on up and hit it just on the beak.
Yeah.
Now, if you're Thevenot, do you want to just hit it right there and leave her that again? Or do you want to try to roll in hard?
I mean, I think my preference would be to obviously try and hit that and roll about a half a foot to the outside there. But yeah, I think if she noses it, I'm kind of confident saying that Campbell will play the same shot.
So Ashley Thevenot with a good end brewing here, trying to cement in a multiple score with her first and the second. Just keeping this one clean. Now carve it over just a little bit. Work it over, and you're going to get pretty much right on the beak.
Yeah.
So you're going to give another crack of the angle.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I mean, she kind of was left with the same shot. She just threw it.
So I think her delivery looked pretty good on the last attempt. So maybe just a little bit of a different broom placement. Going through her pre-shot routine. I never understood how people could hold their glove in their hand as they throw.
It's funny you say that. Yeah, I've asked several players that I've played with who've done that. Alex Champ does that. Charlie Richard does that. Yeah, it's just like you said, it's their habit, it's their routine. This is gonna curl.
Grab the hit, need the roll. It's really close. Does it stick around? Does it stick around? It's skittering out the other side, and that rolled too far.
But you know, she did change the shot, change the side of the sheet that Ashley has to throw on. Now it is wide open. There is that, but she has forced her into the other side of the sheet. And now Team Thevenot, they opened with a loss against Watling, and then 1-2 in a row, beating Park and Inge, and then turned around and lost to Corbin Brown to get to this spot.
So Ashley Thevenot from Saskatoon. Final stone and number 2. Looking for a hit and stick to get a bunch. Got a hold at the lines, looking pretty good indeed.
Whoa.
Let it go. Don't overbrush it. And it's going to be just good enough. It gets the love tap, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4 in the second. They take a 4-2 lead. Campbell will have the hammer when we come back. You're watching Curling Stadium.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Join us this March for the House of Hearts Charity Bonspiel in Duluth, Minnesota. Help raise funds for Project Joy, who provides meals for hungry kids in our community. Every donation helps to ensure no child goes hungry. Join us and make a difference. Together, we can spread joy.
And we're back here. And I'm telling you, Terry, that was a big score of 4.
Yes, it was. She got the end going real early too, and then just was able to sustain it.
And there were a couple chances for Campbell to make a shot. I was surprised that they never went to a draw at that point, but they felt like they could get the hit figured out, and turns out they couldn't.
Yeah, I mean the the real, I guess, decision was on her first one when she played the hit. I mean, for sure she could have played that out turn draw, tried to nestle up and cut the end off, but she did choose the hit, and she nosed it. Then she basically chose the same shot, and she got a roll, but it was a roll much too far.
So the corner guard goes up from Campbell, and Thevenot will elect to come right on in.
And Team Campbell, they opened the spiel with a loss against Mara Ginglot and Nancy Martin before turning things around and getting the ship going in the right direction, and then beat McCartney out of Saskatchewan and Park from Korea, and then followed that up with a third win against Team Eng.
Here's Demons. Looking to draw under, I believe. Erickson on the brush. Taking this really tight to the guard.
Yeah, that's
right on by it. They make it. Now work it, and it is just a nibbler.
Good shot.
But will effectively serve as a guard later on to as she tries to develop an end for herself. Need to answer that big four spot.
Yeah, lots of game left. I'm sure that she's her and her team have briefly talked about that, and they're attacking this end with hammer and trying to get back a deuce, tie this game up, start over again.
And Thevenot, of course, would be happy with a force here, just to kind of solidify that score. Because we're still, as I like to say, on serve here.
Yes.
Each team scoring when they're supposed to.
And more than a single.
Yes, indeed, buddy.
Hammer efficiency.
100% thus far today. Even I can do that math. And this is going to do some math too.
Yep.
Moving a couple of them out of the way.
Yeah, she's got that rock out from behind her guard.
Erickson just held that. The line was just perfect.
Yeah, good throw. Good throw. We're in the third end, and it looks like the Englot Martin game is just getting going now.
Well, I saw them practicing. We just
I
might
did
need
too.
A score update. If we're using all the toys, we might pop an in-game score in there.
Yeah, that's right. Eh? I believe this is Taylor Stremick's last throw of the end.
And it comes up probably a little later than they had intended.
Yeah, I think so.
Campbell's going to have a chance to hit and roll underneath all kinds of staggered.
Yeah, I think, I like what she's talking about again with the roll. Like, ideally, we're going to roll this, over to the edge of the 4-foot line.
So here's Erickson. Looking for the big roll. This needs to curl if it's going to get any kind of roll. Now it comes. Now how far? Just gets edge on edge.
Yeah.
Not the worst leave, though.
Nope.
And keep it with Curling Zone and Curling Stadium all weekend long. So lots of curling going on for sure. Have all those matches going on in Penticton. For our U.S. fans, we have Arena Nationals. But right here, we got a good one cooking. Campbell lined the 2. And we're looking to bring some boom shakalaka with this one. Brittany Tran. Gonna slash it.
Close.
Get the one a house. Oh, you jam it back on the way. So still lying 2, but does dig it out of the corner now. But Campbell can just run right under there again.
Yeah, she's elected to throw the in turn around that corner guard that they have up and sit 3 if made.
Look at how they're laid out there and staggered. Probably be a double back for Thevenot, but make this shot well. It's going to make it really looking good for a deuce for sure. She does not look thrilled with it, and that is because it is heavy.
Yeah, kind of
it's going to go
there
all the way back and all the way out. So unforced error there.
Yeah, our viewership should increase now that the LA Dodgers have defeated the New York Yankees 4-2.
But there was a scary moment in that game. It looked like Ohtani might have gotten injured.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I saw on X a tweet from a local sportscaster here just said, "Oh no, not Ohtani. Anything but that."
Yeah.
I hope he's okay.
Oh wow. Okay. I didn't know. I just know. It just came up as a bulletin or notification that the Dodgers had won the game.
Well, to our viewers here, thank you for joining us. We're happy to have you. Always a pleasure talking to all of you. We see many of the same faces, and it's kind of nice getting to know you guys a little bit.
See, and since I mentioned that, we've had 7 new viewers. Oh, nine now.
Oh, they're flying in. They're coming in by the 5s.
They must think Vince Scully's announcing the curling.
Well, Vince Scully was announcing the curling. I do it with a little more of a sing-songy kind of voice.
That's right. That was pretty good.
So, it is Campbell with 2 in the house. Thevenot's going to have to do something about them here in the 3rd. That's about all the Vince Scully I can do and make it believable.
That's right. Okay. Well, I mean, they probably think, if they're baseball fans, they probably think you and I are the Bob Ukers sitting high up in the stands.
We are high above for sure.
Now down to Skip's Rocks.
Well, you are the best color commentator in curling. I don't call you that for nothing, Terry. Although I said that about Jim last draw.
Oh, did you? Oh, okay. Trying to
Stone on the way from
hit.
Yeah, Stone's on the way from Thevenot. Looking to get to the inside edge here. The inside edge is better. That's going to remove one, but still leaves some opportunity here. And I kind of like this cutesy little call here. You see,
if she's willing to take it on.
Yeah, so the idea is you catch that yellow and then kind of chip over your own red a little bit, maybe even undercover, but putting some separation in there to make a double much more difficult.
Yeah, I mean, these shots you really have to commit to. If the plan works out, this will leave her in a good situation.
I was trying to come up with my best fear of commitment line, but I came up a little bit dry there.
Okay.
I couldn't commit to one.
That's right. You stole my line. So in turn, by the looks of it, just a normal weight shot, normal hit weight.
So here it comes from Thevenot.
Yeah, this is on the nose, unfortunately, which will probably set up a double.
Does appear to be there. You are going to have to flirt with your own yellow some there.
Yeah, she may opt to play the run back. She would, if she gets it right on the nose, she's shot and leaves it covered.
And playing that double back wouldn't be in the rings.
That's right. Just depends how much risk she wants to put into this. I mean, I'm sure she could hit the open red one and not think twice about it, but that's conceding a deuce probably. So this is a good call. This is an opportunity to, as mentioned, hit it on probably just a tad bit, like a sliver high, and sit underneath her own rock and potentially force Campbell into drawing for one.
So here's a final shot of the end for Thevenot. They think it's up just a skosh. Now trying to work it over. This needs to come on up if it's going to make it. You hit it, and where do you end up?
Unfortunately, yeah, she rolled open.
Rolled open, and it's going to be a pretty straightforward hit here for a deuce for Campbell.
Now, just to be clear, Dave, you did say straightforward.
Yes, I did, partner.
So the jinx is on.
I have confidence. I'm willing to commit to this.
There we go. I knew we could get you there. It only took to 9:20 Mountain Time.
So Jolene Campbell from Regina, Saskatchewan. the final stone of that number 3. Needs to hit and stick for a deuce.
Yeah, I think she needs to go on this. Oh no, she's fine.
That's looking
throw.
pretty darn good, and that is 2. You doubter you. It's we're tied up after 3 at 4 apiece. We'll be back here on Curling Stadium.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
We asked Saskatchewan what they know about 5G.
More speed? More innovation?
It's gonna make our lives a whole heck of a lot easier.
This is what 5G looks like.
Better, faster.
Sounds like one more G. Sounds pretty good.
I don't know what it means.
All you really need to know is the future of 5G is here and will continue improving through investments in network technology.
This is it. It all comes down to this rock. The hours in the gym, the weeks away from my family. This is what I've been training for. And all those voices trying to tear me down, I'm here to silence them. We've given everything we have for a chance to get everything we want.
We're back here in Martensville. We've had a back and forth affair. A pair of deuces and a 4 leaves us all knotted up. It is Ashley Thevenot with hammer here in N4.
And our hammer efficiency, Dave, remains intact.
Still both teams at 100%. And Campbell took a good advantage of that. Thevenot had one relatively long shot to put the force on, but just wasn't able to make that perfect shot and gave her opponent a straightforward hit for 2.
Yeah. And to her credit, and despite the potential straightforward.
Yeah, the announcer's jinx did not come in that time.
So Thevenot is electing to go around this as probably a standard protocol.
And around it goes. Pretty good.
Excellent weight. Just trying to come down to it. Throw some furniture in the house and worry about decorating it later.
Okay, so now we have something just there on the patio. How do you feng shui it, my friend?
Yeah. Just before I make comment, I mean, that's where, you really miss that second sweeper, whether it's doing anything or not. Always feels like when you have one, it's we only had 2. So she's going to come around and try and get inside that. I don't think she's trying to come around the shot rock. I think she's trying to kind of cut that raise off. I think that's what I saw as the call. Gonna have to go on this to get it to the rings.
And it is going to be just a little bit short.
Yeah. Would have liked to have gotten that in past that red. Which now gives Campbell an opportunity to play a half rock run back.
And she will take that on.
The sweeper got on this right away. Oh, it's
Erickson trying to hold it.
Yeah, she
just gets it by the first one, past the second one, but couldn't get enough of it to move it all the way.
You know, that's not a terrible leave.
Okay, tell us why.
Well, I mean, as you see here, I mean, the red stone is going to remain right there. It can be used again, and the red stone that's in the 4-foot isn't fully exposed. So I think that's just a great leave. Forces Team Thevenot to try and mix up the front there a little bit. And now she has an opportunity, Campbell that is, to, hit this and lie 3 if she wants.
I think that's the call you had to make.
Yeah. 100%. Just a question now, I think, of, kind of what weight that they choose to play at this.
Absolutely.
Or maybe it's frozen.
Well, and we're back.
Yes. I was going to say, she's taken a long time to think about this. Again, right out of her hand there on this. She's sweeping with all she's got. It's by the front.
And
nice roll.
What a nice shot with just the right weight there.
Mm-hmm.
Take another look at this one.
Sweeping all by yourself.
She swept all by herself, but that was still a team shot.
That's right. Now, a lot of people here might want to run their own into the shot rock, but this is not what was called by Ashley Thevenot. She's trying to angle the yellow one into the red and stay for a corner, and she didn't get what she wanted out of that.
Stays for a center, and now do you guard or you come in to the yard with another one?
Well, I mean, I like coming in again, get half underneath that the yellow.
So we're gonna
add
we're gonna add an ottoman to that love seat.
That's right, a 2-seater. I guess the advantage of playing the guard on the yellow would be that that would probably force Ashley into making a play on one of the ones in the red, and she may not be able to like improve her situation, leaving her stone wide open.
So important shot here. What really possibly take the end away from Thevenot.
Mm-hmm. I mean, she'll probably elect to play the run back if this is made the way they want to. This looks heavy, though. But not terrible. Leaves a double on the cross the ice, as well as the one that it's behind.
So you like to play that one they just referenced to, or just throw a draw there, which they're seem to be considering as well.
Yeah, I don't think I'd ever play the draw, but that's just me. I mean, I think she's got the double off the one on the left-hand side, and she could also play the double, just the straight double with the two that are lined up, not perfectly, but they are lined up. She'd probably have to hit and roll out if she was going to play that one. I mean, she seems to be favoring that side of the ice. I think you know, the other shot's probably easier. They may be trying to run that yellow one in too.
Right now, only they know, but we're about to find out. Coming right down the middle,
Yeah,
right down the way. That's not gonna. Oh, we do move a couple, but opens it up. Still an opportunity to guard. You see those stones line 1-2, but now a double clearly available for him, and without much congestion in the way.
Mm-hmm. She'll want to make sure that if she's going to play anything that resembles a guard, that it's probably in the rings.
Seems like a wise course of action.
Yeah, I mean, given that she hasn't got the hammer, I'm not sure she really wants to go out wide. Typically, when you have the hammer, you want rocks in and around the center line so that if you need an out, you have one. And by playing out to the wings, you're not increasing your opponent's degree of difficulty.
So right now, this is about an inward 1.5 in the pike position. This needs to get some legs.
Hey, I think that you know, for the most part, it's you know, great weight. It just needed to get over one rock.
It is nibbling, but you still want to try to find a way to get your deuce, or maybe get out of this with a blank. So,
yeah, well, if you're trying to get out of this with a blank, I think you're going to have to play the double.
I think right, the double on the ones well into the house in the 8 foot there.
Yeah,
you make that bang bang, knock it on there, and then it's going to force Campbell to be a little bit closer to it and maybe get something back.
Mm-hmm.
See, they're talking about that now.
Yeah, and I think that's what it's all about. It's just, you know, trying to increase the difficulty of the shot for your opponent.
That is going to be the call. Let's see if Rachel Erickson is up to the task. Her final rock of the fourth end needs to make the double, give her team a chance to get out of this end. On it right away. Got to hold this line hard. Hold it hard, ladies. Come on, get it there. It's going to be right on the nose.
Yeah, given it was the third's rock still, I mean, I can see why she was tempted to play the double on the front one.
I like the call. It just didn't.
Yeah.
Just didn't work out.
Yeah, for sure. Now, I haven't seen where Ashley would like to roll, if anywhere. So there, I just get to see her. It's like she heard me. By rolling a rock in, she makes the double a little steeper.
So a more acute angle, so to speak.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of times we use these terms colloquially, and maybe some of our viewers just don't know what they mean. So forgive me if I play Uncle Frumpy there every once in a while.
No, I mean, I think that's a real good point, and I think sometimes we think if we simplify it, people sometimes think that they feel that we're talking to them as if they don't know anything. So, but yeah, it's a fine balance.
This one's going to roll towards the center, and right on top. And
if you didn't want that,
no, you certainly did not. So she's going to try to hit her way out of this.
Mm-hmm.
You can hit and roll just a little bit right on top of the nostrils, and it's going to be a tough shot back.
Yeah, and if you're calling this shot, I mean, you're calling to make the roll all day, and you don't even need to worry about that back rock because you're making the double if you make the roll.
So Ashley Thevenot looking to make this double here in 4. Line looks pretty good. Now, are we there? Are we going to get that little roll that you want to? Make the double. And do you even make it?
I'm surprised that that didn't go, really. I mean, but like I say, I mean, you had to play the roll all day, and if you do get the roll, then that's gone. That one that stayed in the back 12.
Yeah,
now an opportunity to sit 3 again.
Yeah, he probably just had to get there just a little bit further of curl. So
you want to keep the pressure on Ashley Thevenot here. Make her look at 3.
And maybe throw it just a little bit undercover, make it even tougher to get to.
Yeah.
But make the hit first for sure.
That's right. Hit first, roll second.
Jolene Campbell from Regina with her final stone, the 4th. Try to work it over to get that roll. It's going to be right on the nose.
Yeah.
So now Thevenot will have that hit back.
Good end by Team Campbell. I mean, these are the times when you kind of wish you had the hammer, but I mean, she did exactly what she needed to do. She kept pressure on Team Thevenot and has now forced Team Thevenot to make a hit and stay for just one.
So will be Ashley Thevenot looking to get the nose hit to take a 1-rock lead at halftime. Final stone of the fourth on the way. Keep it clean. Watch it come on down. Work it over just a touch. You got it, no problem.
Yep.
Put that one on the board. It's 5-4 after 4 here from Martensville. We'll be back right after this. You're watching Curling Stadium, Martensville.
For over 20 years, the Sandra Schmerler Foundation has granted more than $9 million to hospitals across Canada for life-saving equipment for premature and critically ill babies. In the past 4 years alone, $4 million has been granted thanks to the curling community's incredible generosity. The need continues year-round, and with your help, we can ensure every baby has the chance to grow up and become a champion, just like Sandra.
SaskTel Be Kind Online wants to stop cyberbullying. Want in on the action? We award up to $1,000 for youth initiatives that help spread kindness and prevent bullying. What great idea do you have to help stop bullying? SaskTel can help. Go to BeKindOnline.com and apply for a grant today. Together, we can make a difference.
We're back here from Martensville. It's the Curling Stadium, Martensville Invitational. Ashley Thevenot scored a single point there in end number 5. And now be Jolene Campbell with the hammer and with the red rocks as we play the 5th. I'm Dave Schmel. I'm joined by Terry Corbin. Connor Sims on the production and Cailey on the cameras.
And just an update over on the other sheet. Nancy Martin has a 1-0 lead over Michelle Inglot.
What end is that in, Terry?
It looks like it's in the 4th end.
Oh, we have a decidedly more involved game.
Nancy scored her 1 in the 2nd, and it looks like the 3rd end was blank. So that looks like they're playing 4th end, and Englot's team is in a lot of trouble.
So pretty standard opening coming here.
Yeah.
We've seen this a lot. It's worked out in different ways as things
It has, yeah.
It's interesting to see how the same opening ends up with different finishes, with just the stones being arranged fractionally different.
might be a little deep.
It comes right to the chinny chin chin. Now Campbell and Dana Demmons gonna come right on in here. Good idea, because that opponent's stone's gonna serve as a catcher, so good time to get one in a favorable location.
Yeah, favorable is the key word there.
Because if it were to go too deep, it would be decidedly unfavorable.
It's definitely back to it.
That wasn't favorable.
Now, how can you say that? It's shot rock. Come on.
You don't have to be shot till the end, buddy.
Yeah, I know, eh?
So Thevenot, if Stremick can lock one on here, could take early control of this end.
Yeah, she's definitely just trying to shrink the scoring area right now, and that thing is out there a long way, and it doesn't look light.
Well, it just put on the blinker. It's making the turn to come on over, and just that fraction too heavy. And I think here we're seeing the effect where we just burned the same line 3 times in a row. It's getting just a little bit faster with each stone.
Well, and the problem there is, it pushed the red stone closer to the yellow stone, and really allows Campbell here to make just a tap and pushing it back, while hopefully rolling just a couple inches inside if she can. It'd be the whisker shot.
And that would indeed be a favorable position. This has got to go to get past the guard. It needs the weight too. You're past the guard. Now, do you get that little tap? No, you're going to be light and end up top 4. So not so bad.
That's right, because that yellow being exposed, she can run that, and by pushing that red one back closer to the yellow one, now we got a jam.
So game on here in end number 5.
Yeah, just over in Penticton, we've got some scores here. Casper leads Richard 5-0 after 4. We've got Van Ants leading Nobert 2-1. McEwen is down 4-2 to Scott Howard's rink. We've got Kolomea with a 5-2 lead over Maida. We've got Cooey with a 4-1 lead over Dean, and Crothers has got a 2-1 lead over Van Amsterdam. You're caught up.
Thank you, Terry, for that look around the rings. And in this case, around many rings.
Mm-hmm.
Terry Corbin, the fastest 30 seconds in curling.
Unfortunately, I have to keep it clean. Now this is getting interesting, actually.
Please elaborate.
Well, if you're team Campbell, there's some rocks that are in advantageous spots. If you're Thevenot, I'm not sure you're liking the way things are. But Campbell's gonna, I think, potentially try and run this make the double and open things up because she does have the hammer.
And this is going to make that double happen. Moves the yellow onto the rings, but the center is now available.
Yeah.
That's that, folks, is the sound of Terry's "I don't like this" side.
I just think Thevenot's got to be really careful here.
Oh, absolutely, because if you believe our rock counter, they're down 2 rocks right now.
Well, the Lord giveth and taketh away. So she's called the guard here. And it's going to be really tight.
So it's about where she asked for it. My question for you, Terry Corbin, is that good?
It's I mean, it's as good as it can be, I think, given the call. I mean, if she can hit, I don't know what turn she's playing here, but if she can hit on the high side, which so that would be, yes, where the side of the rock that the broom's on, she can drive that that yellow one and maybe make contact with the red, and it may miss that the other red one.
I think it will. We shall find out. The heater on the way from Erickson. On the one, bang,
Yep.
bang, bang.
Yeah, it did hit the red one. I didn't know if it would or not. But now they're all lined up there as well for Ashley.
So you see the delivery there on it right out of her hand. And when they made contact, just pushed them all back and moved their own back before into the back forward also.
Yeah, I mean, I thought she had to hit it on the high side. She didn't. Hence why the red rock jammed on the other red rock. But Campbell's not out of this end yet. She does have hammer.
Here's Brittany Tran with her final. Looking to come into the rings here. Looks to be a little bit up for weight.
Just want to make sure you get it by that guard.
It is past the guard. And now weight's coming down nicely, and they will park it right there. And they sit 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I think you had to play the straight run back here.
Yeah. At worst, you open it up a little bit. Certainly the run back doubles there.
So this is about a 10-foot run back for Rachel Erickson. This one's going to need to curl up.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to need to curl up.
Yeah,
it's going to go into that cluster of humanity and granite. And when the dust settles,
yellow still sits too.
Indeed. They sit 2 with their other 2 stones gunned to go into the 4-foot. So even if you take them out and get there, they have a play in.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're Thevenot, I almost just like a long guard, but what about you, Terry?
Yeah, I mean, I'm tempted. Um, I used to play with a guy who played well. He's played lead, he's played second, he's played third for me. Um, he was amazing at angles and the drag. So anytime we needed to figure out which way rocks were going to go, we always called him down to get the expert opinion. I'm just wondering if with the drag there, if you nose those, I mean, this is if you're Campbell, if you were to have an opportunity to nose the two rocks that were on the 8 foot there, whether the drag would take it and where you could make the triple.
Oh, that would be pretty much all the arrows right now.
Yes.
This is decidedly quieter. And it may just be that long guard.
Yeah. Really long guard.
Really long, but I don't think it's that bad.
No. I think they're looking kind of at the shot that I'm talking about.
Yep. Well, yeah, I can see if you hit those two right there, it's gonna drag the first one in, probably right into the middle there, and you probably get 3 yellows to go, although it might catch the one in the back.
Well, you just don't want, if it drags, you just don't want to hit the one that's right on the tee line, because that takes your red one out as well, and you might have a hard time scoring.
Well, the problem is I don't see how it doesn't go there. We will find out shortly where they had the broom and what I assume the weight's going to be. I certainly think it's going to drag a little bit.
Well, it definitely will drag. I mean, it's it's just, do you hit it on the high side?
I think that's that? Yeah, I think so, but let's see where it goes. Lots of angles and dangles, and here it comes into the pile. Boom, 1, 2, 3, and there goes that guy off the back.
Yeah, she needed to hit that on the high side.
You leave Thevenot sitting 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Now, had you hit that one on the other side?
Yeah, I think you need to hit it on the high side to catch the top yellow one on the 4 foot.
Because that was going there all day from there.
Yeah.
So now, Thevenot decidedly in the driver's seat here.
Oh, very much so.
How do you make it really good? Do you come in and sit 4?
I don't think so. I think you cap off that red.
Okay.
The red rock there on the, it's just kind of looks like it's biting the center line. Which would probably leave Campbell either a quiet weight hit on the rock that's on the right hand side there, or an angle raise in between the hole there, and hopefully 2 of them spill.
Milestone from Thevenot. Sitting 3 right now. Looking to cover it up. And they will. Well, she's left them, kind of an, well,
can't say easier.
Yeah,
shot.
I don't ever call this shot easy, buddy.
Yeah, never. But I think she would have been better off had she, left it out a little further. I'm wondering if you hit everything that you can, and wouldn't even have to hit everything you can see, but driving that red back onto the yellow, it probably makes the double on the back one, and the red may squirt over and get caught on that yellow rock that's on the side.
I think it might roll enough on its own.
Yeah.
Might even be just okay with nose.
I think you have to hit it on the high side again, because you want to make sure that you don't catch a whole lot of that yellow. I'm glad I don't have to throw it. That's all I know.
So here we're getting a good look on it. There's your object rock.
Yeah.
You're gonna hit that, run it into that red that's right there underneath the R. Now you need to catch the one right there on the brow.
Yeah.
Full enough to kill the one in the back.
Yeah, that's going to be the hard part.
Yes, still leave your shooter. You might, if you make it just pretty good and not really, really good, you only give up one, which is one boatload better than you're doing right now.
So I have a question for you, Dave. I've got red pen marks and arrows all over my screen. How do I get that off?
I
thought I could just shake the screen and it would just disappear.
Well, need to make some of these yellows disappear. I just don't see how you can make that angle. The best I draw this up right now is you're giving up one. The only way that I think to score, which is tremendously much more risky because it's a very difficult shot, is to come quiet off the edge of the one on the edge of the 4 and just kind of nestle on in there. But that's also no easy task.
That's right. There's no easy option here. There's really no out. You're making a spectacular shot either way.
Yeah, it's a spectacular shot, probably to give up a steal of one.
Yeah.
I just don't think the angles are perfect enough.
Yeah.
Or an even better shot to score one, but if you ever miss that one, it's a steal of 2 all day, and you just put Thevenot really in the driver's seat.
Yeah, and the shot that you were talking about, that quiet way, I'm not sure that that's even there. It's because that's maybe it is. I was going to say it's edge on edge there. But they never looked at the red angle into the yellow. That's second shot.
That is true.
That probably goes and rattles in the hole, and it would probably still be leave them sitting one for sure.
So no easy answer for Jolene Campbell. Facing 3 here in the 5th. And the final stone is on the way. Need to run it back. Here we go.
Yeah,
it's going to be the yellow onto the red, onto the yellows, and
you know what? Great shot.
That's a great
shot.
It is still 1 yellow, but that's a great shot to get out of Dodge and give her team a chance. Scores 6-4 after 5. She'll have the hammer again when we return. You're watching Curling Stadium.
Don't forget the brooms.
Yep, you got it. Yellow.
Stick with it, Will. What do you got? You got one, you got two, you got...
Just one more throw, please.
You make moments like these possible.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's Ice Pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best brew in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
Saskatchewan, you know SaskTel because we're everywhere. Because being everywhere keeps us connected to you. With SaskTel sponsorships, we get to be part of your community. We're here with you, and we're here for you. It's easy to get started. All you need to do is apply. SaskTel cares. Always has, always will. To apply for sponsorship, visit sastel.com/sponsorships.
Back here in the sixth end, and Terry, it was a big shot by Thevenot to keep herself in this game.
Oh, for sure. I mean, she's looking at a pile, and she hits this yellow on red, makes the double, almost moves, gets in for one. But yeah, what a tremendous shot. I mean, those are those highlight shots that they show on TSN quite a bit. And it's unfortunate that she still gave up one, but like you say, it keeps the game alive for the team.
So Thevenot coming right on in, and the corner guards will go up, and we reset it again. Now, the best thing that Campbell has is that it's hammering this in six.
Yeah. And after all that hammer efficiency, we had our first steal.
Bring the first one in and draw a perfect one underneath of it. And now that's just a great example of how much late finish we have here, Terry.
Yeah, that's really good finish.
You just got it fully dead buried around one that's in the 12-foot.
Yeah.
Cameron's going to ask Demons to throw the hit and roll underneath her corner. Likely can't get the double because that draw was just so good.
Mm-hmm. She's going to make the double.
Well, you get the double, but
no, not quite.
Well,
yeah.
You almost make it.
Yep.
Doesn't matter that stone's going away, but it hanging on the back there, that's no bueno.
Yeah.
Now you're committed. You're likely scoring because barring anything really weird happening, that stone's not going to go away. Campbell can't chase it.
It'll be interesting to see if this gets nosed, whether Campbell decides to play around the corner guard. Well, she didn't just nose it, but I mean, it's kind of the same scenario.
And around the corner we go.
Yep.
Jolene Campbell knows that she has to make a move here in 6, trailing by 2 in this qualifier game. This is lose, you go home, so you got to do it now.
Yes.
This one's coming around. It's got the weight.
Yeah.
Line's pretty good. Now finish it off. Get her under there. Get her under there. Make her really good. That's good judgment there by Erickson. You probably see a sliver of it from the hack, but
yeah.
So it looks like they're going to go for the old two-way shot here.
Yep.
Try to come down and pick that guy out. If you grab the guard, I don't hate it.
No, and you probably, depending on how much you hit of that guard, and you kind of think that you wouldn't hit much of it, she could roll that in right into the rings.
So both sweepers on the brush trying to get it on down there. They will grab that guard and leave a corner, which Campbell might be able to use later. I think you have to.
Yeah, she's going to use it now. I mean, the only other shot is throwing the corner back up on your shot rock, I think. She looks like she's looking for confirmation from the team that that's satisfactory.
Reminds me of a time when I said, I like this. What do you like? And literally my vice said, I like anything other. I called it anyway.
Good for you.
And it worked out. But
even better.
In his defense, it could have went quite poorly. Got to get this one around the guard. Can't afford to wreck there.
And silence.
And we got there somehow. We got someplace. The rock traveled. It went down the sheet and it stopped at some point.
Yeah, we apologize here.
Well, no, it did. Okay, it was a good shot. I see it on YouTube.
Oh,
Made it around. Yeah.
Okay, good.
So our production feed is stuck right now, but YouTube is still streaming. Oh,
there it is.
Here we go.
Really good weight, and now Thevenot's trying to make that carve and make the double, but she's going to hit and roll out.
And take out one of hers in the back there. But I think we're just playing split the house the rest of the way here and try to hang on.
Yeah.
Try to hold the junior for 4 more rocks.
That's right. T-line or better.
Just a heavy clean on it.
Looks like lots. T-line or better.
He said T-line or better. There's the T-line, and there's a little better.
Yep.
Good shot. Well judged.
Mm-hmm. Very well judged. Now, while Jolene is playing with 3, it looks like Mark Enlot's only playing with 3 as well.
Going to make this hit and stick rolled just a little bit over. Not quite as far as he would have liked.
Yeah, like you talked, it's just about exchanging rocks and trying to keep the separation as much as possible.
So I'll make the hit.
Perfect.
There's the separate. Still perfect on the line. That'll get her done. Bring that gripper with you.
Yeah, real good curling shot there.
And while that doesn't have necessarily the flash and pizzazz of the big upweight shot, that's still every bit as important to win a game.
Well, exactly. It's about execution and keeping, that distance, that separation. Because you can, this is my problem with scoring. You hit and roll in towards the center, you're getting full marks for that. There's no deduction. But in essence, you've decreased the difficulty of your opponent's shot, probably.
And this one will be right in the beak, so they were not able to move closer.
Again, beaking this, you start to think about a potential double.
Well, it's only ever going to get one rock higher here.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll be, does Thevenot want to take it on if it's available? Or be content to give up a deuce? Be interesting to see how it plays out.
Mm-hmm.
But Campbell's got to make this one first.
Yeah, staying in the present is important.
On the way. Demon's on the brush.
Yep.
Right there on the nose. So there you go. You got about 2 stones worth of height difference.
Mm-hmm.
It goes.
Oh, it really does. Again, you'll have to throw a little bit of weight there to ensure that it gets all the way over. But yeah, I think if you're Ashley Thevenot, ideally you're hoping that you can get it a little bit closer, but at the same time, how close does it need to be? Because then you will also allow Team Campbell to throw a shot and maybe hit and roll underneath the corners. I think in our other C qualifier, I think Nancy Martin just scored 1 to go up 2-0.
Well, here we go. The long double takeout attempt, and that's going to be right on the nose. So sitting 1 is Campbell, electing just to draw for it to get the deuce and tie it up. Or thinking about taking the hit. That's going to be she's going to hit it.
I was going to say, I hope she throws the draw. It's she just needs kind of to bite the 8-foot, but this is a preference shot. She just threw it. She's got a lot of rings to roll if she's going to roll inside. So nothing wrong with this shot. And up to now, it's, Team Campbell's played the end very, very well.
Has to make him feel good after giving up that steal and the big shot to avoid the big end. You feel like momentum has to be on their side right now, even though they've given up points each of the last 2 ends.
Mm-hmm. But the point that they gave up on in 4 was literally a really good force. I mean, she was sitting 3 when Ashley Thevenot went to throw her last rock. So
Jolene Campbell, final stone at number 6. Just gotta nose this, and you're gonna get your deuce, not laying a broom to it. Or we threw the draw instead.
She's playing the draw.
Now it needs to stop then.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Well, they threw the shot. You want it, buddy, but it's still good enough. You're a very wise man, Terry Corbin, and we are all tied up. It's 6-6 after 6. A Halloween special number. We're coming back right after this.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Join us this March for the House of Hearts Charity Bonspiel in Duluth, Minnesota. Help raise funds for Project Joy, who provides meals for hungry kids in our community. Every donation helps to ensure no child goes hungry. Join us and make a difference. Together, we can spread joy.
Back here, and number 7. This is the Curling Stadium Martensville Invitational. Dave Schmel and Terry Corbin here with you. And we're all tied up at 6 apiece heading to the 7th end.
Yeah, I've been rather impressed with the hammer efficiency here in this game. We've had one steal, but both teams with the hammer have created and generated some offense and some points.
It is Thevenot with the hammer here in 7.
Yeah, to our viewers, I have to apologize because I've been corrected. It's Thevenot. So if that's the only mistake I made tonight, that would be wonderful. But I'm sure that that's not the case.
Oh, how long over do you want the show to run?
You've been keeping a list, have you? Checking it twice.
You got ink on your screen. I got it on here. I got it on your list, buddy. Here's a second stone for Demons. The Campbell rink playing 3-handed. They get a little chip off of it.
Mm-hmm.
They lie. Yeah, probably shot stone, very close, but that's way too early to worry about that.
Yeah.
So if you're Thevenot and there's only that one long guard out there, is your game plan deuce or blank?
Well, I mean, ideally, I think blank, but I'm gonna go hard in the first 5 rocks of this end to try and at least generate some possibilities.
And they're working hard to generate some straight line for this. This is going to be awfully close to the guard. They do get past it.
It's on the top yellow,
They're
so
going to be on their own. And roll the one off. Push the other one back. So now, good opportunity for Campbell to start to try to figure out how to make the force happen.
and yeah, Campbell's gonna hit this and try and sit 2. I don't think she'd be upset if she rolled it towards the middle.
Stone's coming on down. It is going to meander its way over towards the middle. Leaves a little bit of a pocket there. They do lie too.
Yeah, in a tied game, I mean, and you have the hammer. I mean, I think, Team Campbell, who doesn't have the hammer, is quite content to play, in the middle of the ice. Thevenot would like to get the play out to the wings. It's an awful high guard as well.
Looks like they're going to try to take this double on. Don't have to move them a whole lot. They're already well behind the tee line. So, tough ask for Taylor Stremick here. Got to be really tight to the guard.
Yeah, she is.
You are coming right up to the face, and you get one and just one. Over curled on him just a skosh. Surprised you come in with this turn. This looks like it wants to jam. If you're not careful.
I don't mind the turn. I guess I would probably be really pushing to force here, and I think I would play the draw, straight draw.
This one does need to come over to avoid the jam. Needs to finish up just a little bit more. Do you squeak it past? Oh, with a little love tap. Oh, it's still hanging around. And it is second shot.
Yeah, it was an opportunity to kind of really shrink the rings and the scoring area, and get the play around the 4-foot. Hopefully, shut her down and force Team Thevenot to 1 point.
This one's coming up. Don't want to jam on your own, and that's what you did.
Yeah.
So, opportunity swings back to Campbell here. And now he can be right there around the 4-foot. Still an extremely long guard, so nothing's going to be buried. Bringing that play back towards the center of the ice. Get it good and underneath. You're not going to be able to come at it with a tremendous amount of weight. Going to have less control over the rolls as well. This is out there and not going to come back, and we're going to have another crack at the apple. And let's try it. Well, there you go. You see the two choices being proposed. I guess you assume the roll over to the right of the house as we're looking at it. Just because there's a catcher there.
Yeah, she did signal at one point that she wanted to roll, out to the wings. But this is going to just get a teeny little bit of a roll underneath. Campbell still has access to that rock on the outturn side.
Teeny weeny roll, just like your polka dot bikini.
That's right. I've put that away for the summer.
Thank you.
No problem. Gonna try and make this curl. They're gonna have to go real hard at this. It's trying really hard.
Gonna get a piece. Is the shooter gonna hang on?
Yeah, I think so.
Shooter's gonna hang on just there off to the side, so they still sit 1-2. Are you still playing for 2, or because I think you could probably slash them out now?
Yeah, I mean we're down to skips rocks after this one. I think if she had given up on 2, or if she wanted to, I think she had to play the draw here. I think she's going to try and get out of this with a blank.
So doesn't look like they were going hard for the double on that shot.
No.
I feel like he could have come around the outturn, take it from the other side, and make that happen there. But I don't know what you thought.
Well, that was in the cards for sure. I mean, that was an option. I don't think that they looked at it overly long to make their shot selection. She seemed quite content to, play that almost nose hit and get a little bit of roll.
And this gives Campbell a chance to put a big roll on it.
Yep.
So Jolene Campbell with her first in the 7th end.
Yeah, she just wants to keep the heat on here.
Trying to work it over. Here we go. Onto it. Get the hit. The roll is going to roll too far.
Yeah.
It rolled too far. Yes, it does. Now the blank is in the cards.
Mm-hmm. In our other C qualifier, Martin continues to lead. She just stole another one. So she's up 3-0 on Marg Inglot. Playing 6.
Well, here in the 7th. Assuming if you're a Thevenot here and you want the blank, you want to stay right about there.
Yeah, that would be ideal. Because you don't want to let Campbell come around that corner, or that center guard and make a real good shot, because if you're coming around that corner guard or the center guard, my God, it must be late at night. She only has to, bite the top of the rings. I mean, she does. She won't be looking to. She rolled.
Gonna hit and just roll off.
Yeah, this will be interesting because, see, you just want to bite the 12-foot here. The further back you go in the rings, the more opportunity you give Thevenot to, hit and roll out. So just biting the 12 would be where she is looking to go with this.
So looking just for a biter is Jolene Campbell. Asking for just a skosh more ice. Her final stone in 7. Now trying to work it over. The weight is all there. Just wants to be dead under, and now drop it.
Yep. Pretty good shot. Pretty good shot.
Pretty good. You can see a little itsy bitsy sliver of it.
That's right. The spider.
But looks like she's going to draw for one.
Yeah, I think she's forced her.
Wow. Great shot by Campbell to get this out of Thevenot.
Yeah, that goes any deeper, and I'm thinking she can get her blank. But this is where you kind of got to know what style of game you play. I mean, statistically, they'll tell you that one up coming home with the hammer, you win more than you lose. But I know myself when we play. We would probably elect to give the other team one and take the hammer and try and get a deuce. It's just about, your comfort level. Sometimes the philosophy's involved, and you throw the stats out the window. But I'm
just looking to get the 8-foot here.
Yeah, got her.
It's there. It stops. It's no problem. A single point goes on the board. 7-6. Campbell will have the hammer trailing by 1 coming home when we come back.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
We asked Saskatchewan what they know about 5G.
More speed? More innovation?
It's going to make our lives a whole heck of a lot easier.
This is what 5G looks like.
Better, faster.
Sounds like one more G. Sounds pretty good.
I don't know what it means.
All you really need to know is the future of 5G is here and will continue improving through investments in network technology.
This is it. It all comes down to this rock. The hours in the gym, the weeks away from my family. This is what I've been training for. And all those voices trying to tear me down. I'm here to silence them. We've given everything we have for a chance to get everything we want.
We're back here. It's the Curling Stadium, Martensville Invitational from the Martensville Curling Center. I'm Dave Schmel. He's Terry Corbin. And we got a great game here. It's Jolene Campbell trailing by 1 with the hammer in the 8th end. And we are talking during the break about the choice of getting forced or what you want to do there.
Yeah, and that was an excellent point by Jerry, just talking about trying that run back, and that way you keep the blank in the equation. If you don't make it, you're nothing ventured, nothing gained, and yeah, I certainly wasn't thinking about that, and but it's so true. I mean, that would be one of those ones that when I was playing with Jay Allen, he'd lie down in front of the hack and not let me throw it through. He'd be telling me all day, throw that run back, try and get the blank out of this. So good point. Thanks, Jerry.
It was Jerry who chimed in with us between ends from the Curling Stadium Command Center. And now back here, Campbell needs to find a way to generate a deuce, both to win the game and to avoid this going to an extra end. But we love bonus curling, don't we, partner?
Love it. Love it.
Bring it on.
Yeah, for you, you haven't had enough at 32 ends. Although
I'm already at 32. This is 33.
I was going to say, didn't the one game we have earlier today, they shook hands early?
Oh,
I think they did.
Yeah, won it. Okay. I'm at 32.
Okay, all right.
I can't file a grievance quite yet.
Okay, good. Campbell sitting one, trying to come in around that rock on the top of the 12.
Gotta get around it first.
And she did. You're getting too excited at this hour. That was by a mile.
What definition of a mile do you follow?
Well, it was really a kilometer because that's what we talk up here. But.
Of course. So. And I would walk 8,000 clicks, and I would walk 8,000 more.
Yep.
So they lie 1-2. Here's Stremick.
This is looking like a pretty good shot. It needs to just curl a little bit more.
Needs to go a little bit more, I think. Campbell's going to make a play here. And just looking to tap it back. About backline weight is what the indication is. I like this. Do you?
Yeah, I do. I think that, it's imperative that not only do they probably move this, but, if you could ever get this so that it stays in the back 12, I think that would be really good. Looked like an inward-outward motion there.
And they are trying to work it over. This is out by a mile.
Yeah.
By an imperial mile.
That's just a kilometer, dude. Yeah, she looked right on release like she gave it that outward motion, and Right out of her hand, it was gone.
So my, how the fortunes can turn on a single
Yeah.
stone.
I mean, the good news is she has 2 rocks in the house that are potential counters, and she may get an opportunity to play Slam Bam. Yeah, that's the opening she's looking for.
Okay. It's going to be time for Rachel Erickson to take aim and fire.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you're going to want to be pretty close to that top card, but it shouldn't be in the way if you throw it well. And this doesn't have to be parking lot weight.
No, these are those ones that I really like it if you're, kind of throwing board weight at it.
So on the way, looking for the double to keep their hopes alive. Really need this shot. Pass that guard, no problem. Right onto it, and you move 1 and 2. Buckle your shoe. That is pretty darn good.
Yeah. That was a much better release as well.
And bang,
right
bang.
on the nose, yeah. That puts a little heat on Thevenot.
They're looking to play the same kind of cutesy little weight shot. Move things back just a little bit, leave catchers around. So I think they realize it's probably not going to be able to kill everything.
Mm-hmm. This is another one that, I mean, it'll be weight sensitive, but it looked like she kind of gave that the in-out motion as well.
And once it was out, it stayed out.
Yeah.
Kiss their own on the way by. Now, sorry, the other one. So it's now Campbell, line 3.
Yeah.
So interesting question here. Do you cover up the side we've been playing on like that?
Yep. I think we can stop there.
Okay.
I'm good with that. I mean, it's like really. Go ahead.
I think you have to be worried about the little backline weight, and I think it's a little situation where you can get tunnel vision on one side of the sheet. Oh no, we could stop there. You're right. I hate it when you're right.
Say that a little louder. No, I mean you're going to leave her the that out turn, but what are you going to do with the out turn?
Oh, you're going to throw a little backliner and just kind of get on down and put it right in the side of the stash.
I guess
that's what you're going to do.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Makes perfect sense to cover up the shot that we've been throwing.
Yep.
Did that skate a little too far?
I don't think so. I mean,
it's right on the edge.
Yeah. I think if I were Thevenot, I'd be calling a little team meeting.
Final stone in the 8th for Brittany Tran. Another one out there they're trying to carve over. This one's going to get up to the targeted area and push it through. So it's still Campbell lying first and second. A very lonely Yellowstone in the rings right now. And probably as simple as that, just kill it.
Yeah, she wants to be careful here. I mean, ideally, I think she knows this. We've seen a couple rocks get out of control here.
That looked like a pretty good release. Oh, we're going to try carve this one over. This one's going to be just fine.
Yeah.
Right past everything. Does jam in the back, but they're lying 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
So good shot by Erickson there. That's really a key shot.
It really is, Dave. I mean, that kind of locks off that side.
That means that they're going to be forced to look at my shot.
That's right. And I think she's only going to have one shot at it.
Well, you only get one shot because opportunity comes once in a lifetime.
Well, then make it good. Looks like we've got a few more viewers straggling in here.
Well, you're not going to hear me attempt that rap. That is one thing that's not going to happen because I know our production team would clip that and load it onto a Christmas card and mail it to everybody I know.
Aha, okay. This is probably the game.
So Thevenot, with her first here, got to throw a little down weight shot and just maneuver it there and put it right on to the side of the button. Needs to curl. Now the weight looks pretty good. They're happy with the weight. Will it come over that last little bit? Will they drag it right there? Yes, they do. What a beautiful, delicate little shot there.
A great shot. Great shot. Just had no margin of error. And the sweepers did a great job of judging. And as you can see, it curls in there, almost frozen.
And where it's at, I think you'll almost have to. They're going to take a whack at this. I don't know if it goes anywhere. It might.
It has to.
It might.
It has to. Oh, dear.
Wabbit season.
Yeah.
So, Jolene Campbell, big shot, needs this one to stay in the game. Thevenot just threw a great one on her. This one's got to get past the guards. It's really tight.
Close.
Will you whisker past?
Yep,
yes,
there
you
it
do.
goes.
And it has to go. It has to go right out the side door. What a fantastic shot.
Those are two just spectacular curling shots by both ladies. And this went easy.
Oh, it had to go.
That's right.
See, it catches it and just springs on off and goes dead sideways out the side door. Did they leave the gate open at all?
Well, they did for her to replicate her previous shot here.
So he did it
she
before.
She needs what? Full? No, I can't see that.
Just the 4-foot.
Yeah. Okay.
And really, ideally, don't want to go too much deeper, because then if you do, the slash comes available from the other side. So Ashley Thevenot trying to do her opponent one better here.
Yeah. This one looks like it's got
a little bit more
legs.
A
little more weight, yeah.
Now they're going to try to walk it over. This needs to grind on in. And no, it doesn't. And do you even have to throw?
No,
you don't. And you can hang too. And the final score will be 8-7. It was a thrilling game between these two squads, Terry.
It really was. And again, we'll go back to that hammer efficiency. Both teams with the hammer were absolutely on point. We had one steal, but and that one steal, Jolene Campbell made a pistol just to keep it to a steal of one. So well deserved, well curled game, exciting at the end for sure. And both skips showed their talent in the last end with their last. Well, I guess with Ashley Thevenot's shot, it was her first one, made a spectacular draw, followed up by Jolene Campbell's good peel hit. Well done, well played, very enjoyable, good company.
Absolutely. So, final score of 8-7 in favor of Campbell, and they're the state qualifiers, and this will be the end of the road for Team Ashley Thevenot tonight. But we have more action tomorrow. First draw is at what time? It certainly occurs it occurs today in the East, but it's at 9 o'clock Mountain, 11 a.m. Eastern. So right now from the Curling Stadium Martensville Invitational, I'm Dave Schmel. He's Terry Corbin. Connor Sims was on production, and Jerry and Cailey back in our London, Ontario studios. Thanks for watching Curling Stadium. Good night.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's ice pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best broom in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.